Let's address the elephant in the room: building wealth when you barely have enough to get by. Forget flashy cars and financial freedom for a moment. The reality is, many of us are just trying to avoid another month of scraping coins together. Maybe you never got handed an inheritance or a lucky break. Does that mean your destiny is fixed? Should we just sigh and blame fate? Or is there actually a way forward? The hard truth: if you want to stay where you are, the formula is simple. Do nothing. Complain daily. Become highly consistent, just in the wrong direction. But if you want things to change, if you want some prosperity, you'll need to act. Not just with muscle, but with your mind. First, let's clear up the basics. Wealth isn't just about working harder. If it were, the world's richest people would be the hardest laborers. In reality, wealth comes from working smart, finding leverage, and continuously learning. It's a skill, not a one-time act or lucky break. So, what is wealth? Think of wealth as assets, something you own, that generate money even while you sleep. A business, a digital product, intellectual property, or investments that grow over time. Money, on the other hand, is just the transfer method. It lets you store value and trade with others. There's a lesson here from Naval Ravikant's The Almanac, a book that's fundamentally changed the way many people see money. Ravikant says, don't chase money or status. Instead, chase wealth, assets that work for you. That's the difference between renting your time and owning your future. In too many places, we hear, you can't get rich without cheating. This is a mindset almost guaranteed to keep wealth far away. Thinking that money is dirty or that success is suspect sets invisible barriers in your mind. But wealth can be built ethically. It just requires effort, honesty, and for most of us, a mindset reset. Here's a foundational truth: you'll never get wealthy just renting out your time. A regular job pays set wages. You work an hour, you get paid for an hour. Your earning potential is capped. Even doctors, lawyers, and high-earning professionals hit ceilings because there are only so many hours in a day. So, what's the alternative? Equity. That means ownership, a piece of something bigger than just your hourly effort. It could be shares in a small business you help build, a side project, a blog, a digital product, or income from investments. You might say, but I have no capital. How do I start a business or buy assets? This is where the era we live in becomes your biggest advantage. The internet, for all its noise, is also an enormous lever. With almost zero upfront money, someone can start a blog, post videos, build an app, or sell a new product. Yes, it takes hustle, but the barrier to entry has never been lower. The trick is to find your specific knowledge, the thing you naturally excel at, that comes easier to you than others, and to get paid for it. Maybe it's design, writing, fixing things, teaching a skill, or analyzing data. This isn't about copying someone else or hoping for viral fame. It's about patiently and deliberately developing a reputation for doing something useful, and then scaling it with tools, often technology. Leverage is the vital concept. Archimedes claimed with a long enough lever, he could move the world. Today, a lever might be code, a YouTube channel, a following, a piece of intellectual property. These things allow you to magnify results beyond the hours you put in. If you use them right, your output can multiply, sometimes exponentially. One huge pitfall: trying to get rich quick or falling for schemes that promise the moon for nothing. Most are traps designed to make someone else rich off your hope. The real money is in compounding, doing the right thing consistently for long enough that time and reputation do the heavy lifting. This applies to wealth, relationships, and knowledge alike. Maybe you're thinking, but isn't it risky? Here's another mindset shift. Everything worth doing involves some risk. Risk of failure, embarrassment, or wasted time. But the greatest risk is staying stuck forever, doing nothing. The world doesn't punish failure as much as it punishes inaction. So, how do you actually start, right now, with little or no capital? First, spend real time learning about yourself, available tools, and the market's needs. Find and build specific knowledge through projects, small freelancing gigs, or side hustles. Use the income, however little at first, to invest in assets, maybe stocks, a micro-business, or skills with compounding value. Focus on ownership and output, not just effort. Seek out long-term partners and projects. Play games that get better the longer you play. Remember, nearly all meaningful returns, financial, intellectual, or social, come from compounding over time. Finally, recognize that perfection will never arrive. Start with what you have, wherever you are. Tweak, adapt, learn, and keep moving forward. Building wealth from nothing is not easy, but it is possible. The real secret isn't luck or inheritance. It's leverage, learning, ownership, and relentless action. Your future self is counting on you. Start building now.